Well, what's happening here basically is it seems to be settling into a kind of pattern. As you may see over my left shoulder here, in the middle distance on the Syrian side of the border, families are collecting, but they can't just simply come across. They will be basically waiting for the floodgates to open. Then they do come pouring through the hills behind me here. They arrive at these tented kind of reception area on the hilltop here overlooking the border. There they're processed, they're registered. The vulnerable ones are singled out and given special passes so they kind of, as it were, jump the queue in registration and in what happens later. And then eventually they're bussed out. Now, overnight, there have been several dozen families who either arrived too late yesterday, that's Tuesday, or basically were held back for one reason or another. They spent the night here in a kind of tented area just over to the left here. But what we're expecting now is for the people assembling behind me, probably in an hour or two, to kind of break through. The floodgates are open, they come up, and there is, as we keep using the word biblical, this kind of procession of people coming across. Yesterday it was 4,500, and you can imagine what that does to a very basic facility like this. It just becomes swamped with children running around and so on. And I wouldn't say these people are arriving in great distress. They have an uncomfortable time walking across the border. It's very, very hot. They arrive, they need water, they need food and so on. But many of them are in reasonable condition, and they've come for all sorts of reasons, partly caught up in the fighting, partly because they just kind of find it impossible to live there with no electricity, water, etc. So they're coming here just in the hope of bettering their situation and finding a more tolerable life.